Welcome to Coro. In this episode of Dell Does, we'll be covering a TCSB Pro coding interview question. Let us get to the problem. The name of the question is oddly even. So in this question, we are given a string as input, but this string contains the integers 5763. So what do we need to do with this string? We'll first color code it based on their index. So what do I mean by that? So we have this 5763. The first and the third element are in the same color, and the second element and the fourth element are in the same color. So what does this mean? The first is starting from the index 0 and then 1 and then 2 and 3. So the even indices are in the pink color, the odd indices are in their green color. So after this color coding, what are we doing? The question is to find the even sum and the odd sum. Even sum is the sum of all the values in even indices, and odd sum is the sum of values in odd indices. We are finding even sum and odd sum, and we are subtracting these two. So we are finding the difference between these two numbers. We are not just finding the difference, we are finding the absolute difference between these two values. So absolute difference denotes it is just the magnitude and not the sign. So if one value is greater than the other, we will not get a negative value, we'll just get the magnitude. So that is the meaning of absolute difference. So we need the absolute difference between the even sum and the odd sum. So that is our question. So what do? We'll first iterate this string, and then we'll find the logic that we'll use and then go for coding part. So let us start with the first iteration. So here we are at pointing 5. So since we saw that 5 starts at 0th index and 0 is an even number, we are adding it to even sum. So denote it here as e sum. So e sum is incremented to 5 right from 0. Now let's move on to the next element, that is 7. So when we are at 7 now, and as we saw, 7 is at first index and 1 is an odd number, and hence it is added to o sum or odd sum. Now let's move on to the next element. Now we are at 6, and the 6 is stored at the index 2, and 2 is an even number, and hence it is added to even sum. So earlier it was 5 and now we have added 6 to it, that makes it 11, and hence we have the e sum value as 11 and the odd sum value as 7. We are moving to the next number, that is 3. 3 is stored at the index 3, and hence it is added to the odd sum as it is an odd number. So now we are at the end of the string. We have an odd sum, we have an even sum. Now let's find the absolute difference between these two values. So let's go to that part. So the question was 5763, we are finding the difference. So e sum minus odd sum, so 11 minus 10, that would give us 1. But if it was the other way around, that means e sum is less than odd sum, while finding the difference we'll get the value of minus 1. As we saw, we don't want just the difference, we want the absolute difference, and hence we'll use the ABS function in order to get the absolute difference between these two values. So okay, that is the logic that we are going to use, and now let's get to the compiler and code this program. So here we are in the compiler. We have a main function, we have the oddly even function, and then an integer function. Let us see what this integer function does. Just a minute. Now let's get to the main function and see what do we have. We have the input, which is a string, of course, so 5763. We also have another string and another test case, that's it. So we are calling the function oddly even, and we are passing the value of the string num as the argument to the oddly even function. So this oddly even function would return us the integer, that is the absolute difference between the odd sum and the even sum. So where does this integer function come and what it does? As we saw, we have a string as input and not a number. Hence each element of the string would be a character. So in order to add it to odd sum or even sum, which both of these are integers, we would have to convert this character into an integer. For that, we are using this user defined function integerof. It takes in the character as input and returns as the number. So if we pass in the character 5, it will return as integer 5. So using this integer function, we would convert each character into its respective number. So the logic that we are using is converting this character into its ASCII value by using the int of function. So I'm subtracting 48 from it in order to get the real value, that is the integer value of that character. So that is this integer function. Let us move on to the oddly even function. So we are starting with initialization of even sum and odd sum. Both of these start from 0, so hence we'll use the value as esum as we used in the explanation part. So esum is equal to 0 and osum is equal to 0. Okay, now that we have initialized the sum values, let us get to the part where we traverse this number and then add it to their respective sum. So we start with the follow. So int I is equal to 0, and then we are traversing the whole string, and hence num of I should not be equal to null value, that is the last character of this string. So this would iterate till we go to the left. So this would iterate till we move to the last element of this string. Okay, so now that the for loop is completed, we'll get to the statements that are executed when this for loop's condition stays true. So what are the statements? We need to add the value to the even sum if the index is even. We'll need to add the value to the odd sum if the value is stored at the index that is an odd number. Okay, so anyway, we need the value to be added to an integer, and hence we'll use the integer function to convert it into an integer rather than a character. So int digit is equal to integer of num of 5. So this converts every character that is present in the string to an integer and stores it in the value of digit. Okay, now we'll get to the if part. So this if part will check whether the index is even or odd. It is starting from 0, and hence obviously the 0 would be an even number, and it moves on till we reach the end of the string. So if the index is even, we are adding to even sum. So esum plus equal to digit. Since we have already converted into an integer, we need not worry about the character part. It is already an integer. So else, if this condition is false, it means it is an odd integer, and hence we'll add it to odd sum. So osum plus equal to digit, and that's it. So the if else part is done. So we are adding to even sum and we are adding to odd sum. So after this for loop ends, we'll have two values, that is two sums, even sum and an odd sum. We have to return the absolute difference between these two values. So return ABS of, that is the absolute value of esum minus odd sum, so osum, and that's it, it's done. So let's run this program and we should get our output as 1. Oh, oops, it is missing a semicolon. Sorry, let's correct it. And now here we have the answer. So we have the answer as 1. We had another string, right? Let us see what it does. Here we have 7536. It is just a rearrangement of 5763. This integer, if we didn't have the absolute value, it would return us -1. Since we have ABS, it would return us 1. Let me remove this ABS value and show you that if we didn't use this ABS, we would have get the value as -1, as we can see here. So this ABS plays an important role in finding the magnitude of these two values. And that is the end of this program. If you love this video, please drop a like and comment down below if you have any queries. And don't forget to click the subscribe button. We'll see you in the next episode of Daily Dose tomorrow. Until then, bye bye.